Everyone, Alex here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a slightly anticipated locomotive, I'd have to say, which is the ATSF Blue Goose by BLI, number 3460, and we also have the passenger cars for it, which are River Ozzy, I believe. That's one of the big reasons why this locomotive is so exciting, because we actually have something to run it with now. So, let's get right into the video. I'd actually show you guys this packaging because I'm not sure how familiar everyone is with the Paragon 4 packaging. It's not entirely new, but still it's kind of neat. So they have this piece that slides off, and then instead of having everything on top, you actually slide out the instructions or manual through the bottom here. It's kind of interesting. It's got everything, your operations sheet and your manual, the parts list too, I believe. Now we can just, okay, no parts. So yeah, this is the locomotive itself, which is really awesome looking. We have a River Ozzy one, but I'm not sure where that is. They're pretty easy to take out. It just slides out of the box. I just dropped it there, which would not have been good. And we have the piece for the smoke fluid. And then looks, I'm not quite sure what this is. And we have for the wheels on the Now, this is very interesting than the one that we had. I suppose River Ozzy was a lot less detailed, but yeah, there is a whole lot more going on here. So I will clean this up and we can take a look at this locomotive. All right, so starting off with this locomotive, it was oil burning, and since we're on the terms of tender, instead of the as delivered scheme, the 1950s version has Santa Fe printed instead of 3460 on the tender. And taking a look at this, since we're still here, we have separately applied handrails and the water fueling caps, or oil. Yeah, water and oil are separately applied and out of brass as well, I believe. We have an emergency light on the rear of the tender, if it'll focus. Separately applied ladder, and then the, I guess the gallons the tender can hold printed here. It's kind of hard to read because it's actually behind the ladder. And we have MU cables here, and a coupler with a magnetic uncoupler. Flipping it around to the other side, I guess. The cab is very detailed. It's hard to see inside. You'll just have to take my word for it. We can zoom in a little bit more. But we have a figure on either side, and we have a light on the back of the cab as well. I'm not sure what that's for. We just have to check it out when we actually start running it. We have grabs on the back of the cab and railing spanning the entire length of the body of the engine, and separately applied number boards for the 3460 that do light up, I believe. And then we have a whistle on the other side of the locomotive. While we're still over here, it's pretty symmetrical. All the pipes are the same and everything. They're also separately applied, which is really nice. And then we have working marker lights up front, which hopefully should be pretty good. I'm assuming that you can switch between green, red, and white, like most. We have the Santa Fe emblem and some grabs up front as well. And I believe this is a coupler cut lever. And that should be it for actually looking at the locomotive. Yeah, so it's very nice. It was used for most Santa Fe name trains until the late, or I think 1958 when it was scrapped. And I'm not quite sure how prototypical the Blue Goose cars are, but we will still have to run it with it anyways. So starting the locomotive up, it has a cab light, the number boards, and the front engine are all lit up, which is kind of neat. And then we go ahead and hit the horn function. It is, or whistle, my bad. It is quillable. So it does do the little bit at the end, which is kind of cool. So we'll go ahead and toss the bell on. It's a nice steel bell. Give it some speed. Before anyone, it picks up fast. That was 2. So I'll set it to 1. Cab light does turn off. Before anyone yells at me for the passenger cars not being prototypical, I know, I just want to have something to run it with. I didn't feel like getting out of the Zephyr set. Or Super Chief, El Capitan, anything like that. I don't know why this is so crooked either. There we go. Right at the back of the cab, which is very interesting. And once we go ahead and get a little ways away, we'll throw it in reverse and see how that light works. But this locomotive does sound very nice. So go ahead and slow it down there. And that was only the first speed stop, which is very impressive. Okay, so it's not on default. 5 or 6 doesn't do anything. 2 is our whistle. 3 is our coupler noise. 4 is firebox noises of some sort. So, emergency did not turn it on either. Not sure how we did that. I will have to look into it.